Okay, so launching the YouTube app right now to check whether we are live, and we're going to be checking some for some comments here as well.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we are live. We should be live.
We pressed the button.
Yes, we did. It usually works. Okay, so yes, we are live.
If anybody's watching, give us some comments.
Yes, so welcome to another live chat. It's been 2 weeks. One more time.
Again.
Okay, so we're getting comments.
Hi from Orlando. Yeah, Disney World.
There's a Disney World in Orlando? Okay.
It's the biggest one. It's huge.
Really?
You can't see it in one day.
I see.
Yeah.
I gotta go there then.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so let's read everybody's greetings really quickly.
Hi from Indonesia. Hi from
Malaysia,
Peru, Minnesota.
Peru, and 안녕하세요 from Panibi. You know, when you see a wave of comments, Korean letters stick out, you know, really, I guess, loudly. So
That's true.
okay. All right, somebody already asked a question. So please, the theme of these live chat sessions is for you to ask us any questions related to the Korean language, and also any questions, I guess, to do with us or
Yeah.
living in Korea.
Living in Korea, Korean culture, anything about
Yes.
Korea.
Yeah, anything about Korea. Okay, so where should we begin?
The first question,
Yes,
what does 굉장히,
굉장히.
what does that mean?
나무지타 asks, what does 굉장히 mean? 굉장히 means very.
Very, extremely.
Yeah, 굉장히 좋아요. It's very good. 굉장히 비싸요. It's very expensive.
Yes.
굉장히 기뻐요. I'm very happy.
Yes.
Things like that.
Pretty simple.
Okay.
Very.
Yeah, all right. Cool. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Nice going.
I accidentally hit the screen. Okay, so hi.
Wow, it's going
and
so fast.
yes.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Hello from Trinidad. 안녕하세요. And hi, hello, Indonesia.
Devdal says, I've been watching videos on your channel for hours.
Wow.
Thanks.
For hours today?
For hours.
Awesome.
Dedication.
Thank you for watching. And sometimes, you know, it's tempting, especially on YouTube. I was actually talking to someone about this the other day. Sometimes, like on our website, you can actually go from one video to the next video and then to the next audio lesson without being interrupted, because you're on the Talk to Me in Korean website.
Yeah.
But when you're actually watching our videos on YouTube, there are all these suggested videos.
Right.
And of course, granted, people do find out about us through those suggested videos, so that's good.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're tempted to see this video about cute cats and
Yeah.
epic fails. So good job at staying on the course.
Yes, that is dedication.
Okay, Emma, Grace, hello from Canada. Stefania Robledo, hi from Mexico.
I saw a sort of question.
Okay.
I lost it, but I remember what it was. Ralph, I don't remember your last name, asked if he can meet us in October because he's going to be here in Seoul.
Yeah, so we do have actually two listeners, two Talk to Me Korean users coming in to say hi today as well. But so far it's been quite random. Like on some days we are never in the office together at the same time. Sometimes we're all in the office at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see you. Did I see you yesterday? Maybe I did.
I don't remember.
So our schedules don't overlap every day. So yeah, but we've been talking about how to do this, and maybe we'll do regular meetups in the future.
Yeah.
So far it has never been regular.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the problem.
Yeah, so one meetup in January, and the next meetup in May, and then the next meetup the following year. So maybe, we'll do a meetup in October.
Yeah, we are planning on doing a meetup in October. So we're probably going to update our meetup page,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Meetup.com/talktomeinkorean.
Right.
You can just sign up for a little spot there, and then you can be notified.
Yes.
Okay, great observation. Hello from Ilsan. That's my wife. She's watching.
Oh, she's watching.
Thanks for watching.
Hi.
Hi. And hi from Australia, Random Lama. And Susie, hello from Chicago, California, New Zealand, Orlando, and NYC.
A lot of places.
Yeah. Do you see a question?
I see. I don't know if this is a question or not. I imagine it is, but I'm not sure who it's directed at. I imagine it's probably me, since everyone knows where you're from. The question is, 어디 사람이에요? So I'm sure it's for me.
Okay, I'm from Korea.
No, he's not from Korea at all. No.
I'm from outer space.
Yeah, he's from Mars.
I'm actually a robot. Anyway.
I am from America. 미국에서 왔어요.
네, 미국 플로리다.
미국,
네.
Florida.
네.
Yes.
그리고 Jasmine Rivera, very familiar name. Why do some sentences end with Maria? So Maria is, if you look at it, 말 is language or word. And Maria, instead of saying, for example, 이거 좋아, it's good. I like it. 이거 좋아요. But if you say 이거 좋다는 말이에요 or 좋단 말이에요, it means I'm saying that, what I'm saying is so and so. So by saying Maria, you're emphasizing what you're saying, and also you are emphasizing the fact that the person should know. So it has many purposes.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're saying that, all I could think of was Maria, Ave Maria.
That's a different kind of Maria.
That's a different Maria.
And also, Maria can be, or Maria or Mari에요 in polite language, formal language, can be used with a single noun. So, who are we talking about? Na Maria. Na, me. You can't say, I mean, you could, na, but that's like really short. And you know, it's not a complete sentence with a verb and everything. So, na Maria. Yeah. So, it is me that I'm talking about.
Yeah, talking about me.
Okay. Hi from the Philippines. Hi from Kyrgyzstan. And okay. 영국에서도 지금 보고 계세요. 베네수엘라에서도 보고 있어요. 감사합니다. And 괌에서도 보고 계세요. Hello from Texas. Okay, Ginty. Unless you found another question.
I found a question too, but you can go first.
Ginty asks, what does it mean when 버린 is added to the end of a verb? 버린. So 해버린, 버리다, or 먹어버리다, or 잃어버리다.
Right.
Yeah, so 버리다 is throwing away.
To throw away, like trash. If you say to throw away trash, 쓰레기를 버리다.
쓰레기를 버리다.
Yeah.
Or 사람을 버리다.
Throw away a person?
No, I mean some people say that in some situations.
Yeah. It's kind of slang.
Yeah,
I guess,
slang. Dumping someone, not in a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
But anyway, so when you say 버리다 at the end of another verb stem, it means you use up or you finish the action. Like 써 버리다 or 마셔 버리다. 마시다 is drinking, to drink. So 마셔 버려, 다 마셔 버려, drink it up. So it usually involves the meaning of finishing the action completely. You know, seeing an end to it, or you just it was a reckless decision, but you just did it anyway. 해버렸어요. So for example, let's talk about something illegal.
Right.
You are about to cross the road, but the traffic light is red. You're not supposed to cross the road. 건너면 안 돼요. But there are no cars coming, so you're like, should I cross or not? 건너버리자. Yeah, 건너버리자. Let's just go ahead and do it. So yeah, sometimes when you're being bold, you can describe, you know, your situation as so and so 버리다 too.
Right.
Also, when you say something by accident, when you do something by accident,
right.
말해버렸어요. Like it was supposed to be a secret.
Right.
말해버렸어요.
Right.
Like I was dancing and 때려버렸어요. Like
right. By accident.
Yeah. So Cassie's like, oh, you hit me on purpose. 아니요, 실수였어요. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I hope that explains it. And
I have a question. What is the difference between 필요 and 원해? So 필요하다 and 원하다.
Very fitting because I asked you, since you recently moved.
Yes.
Moved into a new place, and I asked you, do you need anything? 필요한 거 in Korean, because we normally talk in Korean.
Right.
At the office. 뭐 필요한 거 없어요? And you said 필요한 거 없어요.
필요한 거 없는데 원하는 거 엄청 많아요.
원하는 거 많아요.
There's a lot of things that I want.
Yeah. So 원하다 is want, 필요하다 is need. So are you sure you don't need anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think.
Right.
I'll think about it a little harder.
What about a robot maid?
A robot, that would be nice, but I don't need a robot maid.
Exactly. That's the difference. 필요하다, 원하다.
Yes.
Okay. And Yukori asks, how can I study in Korea? If you mean how to enroll in a language program, you can just type in language programs in Korea in any search bar. You can find loads of university programs. So a lot of people do that because that's how they will get a visa so that they can stay here for more than the maximum 3 months that a tourist visa will allow you to spend. Okay, and then?
Let's see, where did it go? Ash Coolman asks, is Korean hard in your opinion compared to other Asian languages? In my experience, I have learned Japanese before. I didn't really properly learn Chinese, but I did learn a little bit. And I would say that Korean, compared to those two at least, is much easier.
Yeah.
Especially because the writing system, Hangul is so easy.
Yeah, I would have to advocate Korean over other languages because I think the writing system being so easy to learn is a big plus. And on top of that, you don't have all these characters, Hanja characters, or it's all the system. One is all the same system that kind of evolved into different, I guess, forms. The Hans, like the Chinese characters, went over to Japan and it became kanji.
Right.
The same characters, they read it differently. And we also read it as Hanja. So they're all based on Hanja, but we don't use them. And we just read them and recognize them, but we don't write them. So it's not a prerequisite, right?
Right.
So yeah, that makes Korean a little easier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it makes it a lot easier.
Okay. And Mel Le asks, I learned Korean in Spanish. Great. And we have a book in Spanish, one book.
One book.
Our Hangul master book was actually translated into Spanish because it was so popular. And there was a lot of demand. So
right.
Yeah, maybe hopefully in the future more of our books can be translated into Spanish.
Yes.
And Michelle asks, is this actually live?
Yes.
And
it is
here's
live.
the proof. Okay.
Annie Smith asks, what do Koreans find offensive? Like, what are the top things you should not do in Korea?
Many things.
There are many things.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's not just unique to Korea, I think. It's just like act within the scope of your common sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I'm trying to think as a foreigner, as an American personally, what were some things? It's been so long. I've been here for over 7 years now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there was something I did that was offensive to Koreans.
Okay, keep thinking.
I'll keep thinking about it.
As a language teacher, I actually made a video about this a long time ago on a different channel, on one of my abandoned personal channels. But the most common mistake that Korean learners can make, and actually do make, and are making right now as we speak, is using 반말 when they're not supposed to.
Right.
They think it's just I guess in Spanish or in French, like using tu or tu, it's more informal when you meet someone many times and then suddenly this other person starts using tu instead of usted. You're like, okay, we're friends now. We know each other. But it doesn't work like that in Korea. It's permanently set usually.
Yeah.
You never,
unless you have the talk.
No, yeah. So never use 반말 until you are absolutely confident that you can use 반말, like casual language. So that's why all of our example sentences are ending with 요, 했어요, 갑니다, things like that.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that I did when I first came here. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was.
Yeah.
It is quite a big deal. So when in doubt, always use the formal language.
Yeah. So as an example, I was actually at the TBS radio station yesterday evening to be one of the 3 judges on their speech contest, Korean language speech contest for the Chuseok special broadcast. And all 4 final contestants did a fantastic job. They were amazing. But one guy, he, like here and there, it was a mistake. He used 반말 here and there. Immediately, like, minus points. Because his speech was so perfect, and then the moment he says something in 반말, it's like hurting me, oh, why suddenly 반말 to me, So it's that, I guess, effective if you use 반말. So please be careful. Okay.
I thought of one other thing. Koreans have this culture of kind of sharing a lot of things. So when I first came, one thing that I think offended a lot of the people that I met was if I had food, I would eat it myself. I wouldn't share it.
Yeah.
Because in America, you don't share it. Like, you can ask, like, hey, can I try a bite of that? And then we have that decision if we want to let that person or not.
Yeah.
But here it's kind of assumed that you will offer.
Exactly. I had this not unique, but this, I guess, very memorable experience. It was memorable to me, not memorable to the other person that I was with. So I even talk about this in some lectures sometimes. But I was with an American friend of mine, very close friend. We went to a coffee shop, a Starbucks coffee shop, and I ordered a latte. He ordered an Americano. And I also saw him going to the counter again to order a brownie. And since it's two people, 2 cups of coffee, okay, 1 for each. 1 brownie, I thought, okay, half for each.
Yeah.
Automatically, my Korean side of my brain automatically assumed that he would share half of the brownie with me. But when he came back with the brownie, we were good friends, right? There was 1 plate, 1 fork, 1 brownie. And I was so confused. Like, even as a fluent English speaker, and also as someone who has many global friends, I was like, still, why is my fork not here?
Yeah.
But then I thought, okay, it's not like common outside of Korea.
Right.
So I didn't even mention it. I didn't even bring it up. He kept eating his brownie as he was talking with me, and he finished it all without even mentioning, the brownie.
So.
Yeah. So, and I thought, okay, this is totally natural because I got my own drink. It's none of my business, whatever he eats in front of me. But when you think in terms of, I guess, Korean culture, Korean thinking, it can be offensive.
Yeah.
All right. And then, okay, I cannot not read this comment. 호준 린, 준이 너무 귀여워요. 감사합니다. June is my first son. He's 3.5 years old. He's really cute to my eyes.
To your eyes. He is very cute. He's cute to everybody else too.
Thank you. Okay.
Here's one. Little Decoy asks, is it normal to switch between different forms of 존댓말 when speaking to someone? So like 에요 and 입니다.
Yeah, I would say so. You never switch between 존댓말 and 반말.
Right.
Sometimes when you see people do that, when you catch people actually doing that, it's only because they're talking to themselves.
Right.
Just thinking out loud.
Right.
Like I can say, 그랬죠, 했어요, 아닌가? 아닌가 is technically 반말.
Right.
I'm not saying this to you.
Right.
But you're just
thinking out loud
and then going back to the conversation with the other person. So yeah. But 요입니다. 그런데 말입니다. It's fine. Okay. And then here we have I know. Okay. Lacey of today. I know 걱정하지 마 means don't worry about it. But is it used in the context of don't worry, I'll take care of it, or stay out of my business, like the English phrase can be? Okay, yeah, so like I asked for help and then suddenly I think I can manage, so don't worry about it. In Korean you would say, 괜찮아요.
Right.
Yeah, 이제 괜찮아요.
It's okay now, I'm all right now.
Yeah, 이제 괜찮아요. Yeah.
Yeah, simple.
Next question.
How long, who is this? Liana Yanes asks, how long should someone practice their Korean a day, especially for a beginner?
I would say it really depends on what you mean by practice.
Right.
If it's passive practice, just writing things down or copying things, which can be useful, you need a lot more practice. But if you are actively conjuring sentences or actually saying things out loud, I think 1 hour a day is quite a lot.
Yeah.
You can be pretty tired after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It drains your energy a lot.
Yeah.
So 1 hour, 2 hours.
Well, yeah, it depends kind of on your own, I guess, mental stamina. Yeah. And how much time you have in the day as well.
And try new connections, new combinations every time you say something. So we have, of course, example sentences and we made them for your reference, but don't just memorize them, please. So if there's a sentence like 저는 이 노래가 좋아요. Maybe you can say 저는 이 노래가 진짜 좋아요. Or even 저는 이 노래가 좋은데, and then force yourself to add something after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Next question. How do you say, this is Julie Liu, how do you say I am a student at 땡땡 high school, at blank high school?
저는 blank 고등학교 학생이에요. 저는 TTMIK 고등학교 학생이에요.
Yes.
Simple.
So it's kind of saying I am a student of
or
this high school.
Literally you're saying the name, high school, student, I am.
Right.
Okay. And then Mabel Solano asks, what is the difference between 은는 and 이가? We actually have a video, a standalone video about this. Please look up 은는 이가 on our YouTube channel and you will find it. I think it's a really well-made video.
It is.
Yes. Okay. And
Clara Tamash asks, how do Korean addresses work? I like this question because I had trouble with this at the beginning.
We actually, I would love to answer this question in this video too, but we actually have a video.
Oh, we have a video on this one.
That got a ton of views, ton of hits. So please also look up Korean addresses on our YouTube search bar.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Autumn Dominic says, can you explain the difference between 하루, 날, and 일? So 하루 is one day. Okay, 하루, 좋은 하루 보내세요. You never say 좋은 날 보내세요, 좋은 일 보내세요. It's basically about the duration of that day. And 일 is the same as 날. 일 is based on Chinese. And I guess when you count 100일, 100 days, you never say 100날. Yeah, right. So when you count, 일 can be used as a counter, and 날 is when you use it with other Korean native words like 좋은 날. 오늘은 날씨가 좋은 날.
Right. Today is a good weather day.
Yeah, good weather day.
Good weather day.
You don't say 날씨가 좋은 하루 or 날씨가 좋은 일. They don't work.
They don't work.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Johanna Machado. Johanna Machado asks, what does 좋아서요 mean?
좋아서요.
좋아서. Not 좋았어요.
Okay.
좋아서요.
Yeah.
So this means because it is good or because I like it. It means those two things pretty much. So if you have like 서, it's like so or because. And then 좋다, 좋아 is to be good or to like. So 좋아서요, because I like it. Or so I like it.
Yeah, because I like it or because it is good too.
Right.
Okay, and here I saw this question. Oh, it went up. So the question was about the tongue position of ni은. Like when you say na. Or 나무, tree.
나무.
It sounds like N and it's romanized as N because that's the standard romanization of the Korean language set by the Korean government. We use that romanization, but the tongue position is different.
Yes.
So when you say N, the English letter or the alphabet letter, N, it's behind your upper teeth.
It's kind of like on the gums behind your upper teeth.
Yeah, or it's kind of touching the roots of your upper teeth, but like na.
Like
so you're
no.
Yeah. So the big difference is that your tongue is actually behind your upper teeth, but when you say na in Korean, it touches the tips of your upper teeth.
Yeah.
Na. Slightly biting. Namu. That's why it sounds like the. We also have a video about this, so please look that up. I think you can just type in ne in the search bar and you'll see the video. Okay, VRE Red Roses. Conjugation help, please. I can only tell you to go to our curriculum page. please go to our curriculum page, talktomeinkorean.com/curriculum, and you will see our lesson curriculum. And we have a book on the verb conjugations, the Korean Verbs Guide.
Yes.
It's a 2-volume book set, and that'll help you. Okay.
I don't know if this is the person you mentioned before. Mei Lee says, I learned Korean and Spanish. I don't know if that's the same person.
It was the same person.
The same person?
Yeah.
Because I think it's funny because I'm learning Spanish and Korean.
Oh, awesome. So maybe she added. Okay, all right. That's it. I thought it was something else. And what about? Okay, let me just scroll up and see some new comments. We get a lot of annyeongs here as well. Brett Watson says, Cassie, are you single?
I am single.
Yeah. Yes. I hope that answers your question. And okay, this one is good. Tampete asks, what do 잡숴봐 and 잡수세요 mean? Okay, 잡수세요, 잡숴봐. So it's these are dialect expressions. So when you say to eat in Korean, it's 먹다, and the honorific form. There are some words that have honorific counterparts, like for example, 밥. 밥 is in a more polite form. It's 식사, or an even more honorific form. It's 진지. 진지. Also, age, 나이. In a more polite form, it's 연세. So to a grandma, grandpa, an old lady, an old guy, you don't say 나이가 어떻게 되세요. You say 연세가 어떻게 되세요. Just like the name 연세대학교. Different Chinese characters, but it happens to be the same Korean pronunciation. 연세가 어떻게 되세요. And just like that, we have some dialectic expressions that are like that. So 먹다 becomes 드시다 when you want to be super formal, polite. But here, I think 잡숴봐. It's also used in my hometown area, Gwangju. 잡수세요, 잡숴봐. It's like, try eating this. So maybe you will hear this in marketplaces, used by older people. Okay.
The internet asks, how can you hear the difference between regular consonants and double consonants? For example, 방 and 빵.
That's, I know it might be a silly answer, but purely through practice.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
When I was first learning Korean, I had the same question. How can you tell they sound the same? But once you get a lot of practice, you hear it a lot, then you start to be able to like pick out that slight difference.
Yeah. You just have to keep listening to different variations.
Yeah,
and then
practicing.
It's not like a clear-cut division. It's more like a spectrum. Around here is double consonant. Around here is single consonant, and there are some gray areas. But you'll see the context as well, so it'll become clear.
There's a funny story I have about this. I was looking for honey one day in the store, and honey in Korean is 꿀.
Okay.
But I was still learning Korean at the time, so I didn't realize the difference between the double consonants and the regular consonants. So I said, 굴 어디세요? 굴. Where is the oysters? Where is the shellfish? Kind of.
Yeah.
So like the store clerk was like, what? Why aren't you in the seafood section?
Yeah, you're in the wrong department.
You're in the totally wrong area.
Yeah. So 굴. There are many examples like this one, 굴 and 꿀, and also when you taste something and you say 짜요, it can sound like, if your pronunciation is a bit off, you can sound like you're saying 차요, it's cold, or 자요, it's sleeping.
자요,
so, yeah. Double consonants are really important to pronounce correctly.
Yes.
Okay, and some other questions?
Other questions.
Okay, so what is 전라도 dialect? 전라도 dialect, I keep getting requests for it. It's my native dialect, but I just haven't spoken it since, I don't know, since I was 10 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I can't really teach it, so I will try to actually invite someone to be on that video and make a video about it, because we've been getting this request for a really long time. Maybe one of my sisters can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, And another one.
Fabio Machado asks, am I crazy or have I heard apo instead of apa?
Oh, you're not crazy.
You're not crazy.
So technically, Korean grammar rules say verb stems ending in a and o should be followed by ayo. Like apayo is
Apayo.
correct. Apoyo is technically incorrect,
Yes.
but it's accepted.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not so much in writing. It's more spoken.
Yes.
So yeah, it's kind of because it's a little bit easier to say the all sound, I think, maybe. Like especially for things like apuda. Usually it's very sudden, like apo.
Yeah.
Like I just hurt myself. Apo.
Yeah.
So you just say apo instead of apa. Apa is
apa.
kind of like I feel like you have to open your mouth more to say apa.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Yeah. And this rule itself, like o and a followed by ayo, it's only based on your effort, people's effort to make the pronunciation more fluid, right? So ayo, it's easy, and oayo instead of woyo, it's easier work, right? Oayo. But sometimes when you say apayo, you have to come back to yo.
yeah.
So maybe people started saying apayo, kind of preparing to say yo. So you never know, but it happens sometimes, and you will find many instances where your grammar textbook says one thing or writes one thing, and people says something else.
Yeah, the
Like,
spoken is
yeah.
much different.
Yeah. Okay. And all right.
Dineo
Yeah.
asks, what's the difference between 면서 and 동안?
하면서
하면서.
동안.
하는 동안.
So, for example, 동안 하면서. When you say 면서, it can only be about the same person doing both actions.
Right.
Like 자면서 움직이다.
To move while you sleep.
Yeah, but 자는 동안 움직이다 can work, but 네가 자는 동안 나는 so and so. You
Right.
can actually separate the two subjects,
Right.
but it's not possible with 면서.
Right.
Yeah, that's one difference. There must be other differences.
Maybe that you can go into detail in a Q&A video later.
Yeah. Okay, I will do that. All right, and then
Let's see.
a lot of questions. I don't know if we can answer all these questions in this video.
NN
Yeah.
asks, can you tell me what 그대 means and how is it different from 당신?
We also have a video on this.
Yeah.
Please type in how to say you.
How to say you?
Yeah, how to say you. Or is it how not to say you? Just type in you and you might find it. But 그대 is very poetic.
Yeah, very poetic.
Yeah, 그대. Whenever somebody says 그대, it's poetic. 당신 is also poetic, but at the same time, it can be provocative.
Right.
당신. Yeah.
Right. You want to fight?
Yeah.
당신!
Yeah.
거기서!
People, maybe people are driving and they get in a fight. They almost cause an accident, and both drivers get out of their cars and they kind of start the gentle conversation, and then one person says,
Gentle.
yeah, how old are you? 나이가 몇이야? And then the other person will say, 당신. And then
Yeah.
the whole fight escalates.
Escalates.
Yeah. Okay, and Mary says, 선현우 선생님, 안녕. 진짜 감사해요. Thank you.
Thank you. Michelle Ann Rigger asks, how do I differentiate between yo and you? So yo is like, yo, bro, yo. And then you is like you.
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 Okay.
Yo, you.
Thank you for the question. And then, do you see any other questions you want to answer?
SS, there's a lot of just letters today. NNSS.
And the internet.
And the internet.
Yeah. Cool
Cassie,
username.
when did you start learning Korean? I started learning Korean in technically 2007, but I didn't really get serious about it until 2009.
So it's been quite a while.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've met a lot of other people who've been in Korea for longer than Cassie has. And I can't say that everybody's Korean is as impressive as hers. So, living in a country where a foreign language is spoken, foreign language for you is spoken, doesn't guarantee a fluent, I guess, conversation level.
Exactly.
So you gotta put in the work.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. And All right, looking for more questions to answer. Some of the questions, I see them, but I can see myself just explaining too much in detail. So
yeah, I get that way too. I'm
yeah.
seeing some of these, I'm like, I want to go into detail with some of these.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, Scarlett says, how does one use 되게? 되게. 되게 can be so that it becomes, but 되게 so and so, it means very. So
Right, very.
it's very colloquial. People won't write it in text, but 되게, 이거 되게 좋아요. 이거 되게 맛있어요. Yeah.
It's really good, really.
Yeah.
I really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's usually only common in spoken language. Okay, and
Barbara McMillan. What did I do? Okay. Barbara McMillan asks, what's the best way to translate Korean sentences to English? Should I look for keywords or focus on sentence structure? Since I do this on almost a daily basis, I think I'll answer this one.
okay.
I would say you have to do both. You need to focus on both words and sentence structure.
Mm-hmm.
But my process, if I come across a sentence that it's really difficult for me to translate, I will focus on individual words first.
Mm-hmm.
So the first round of translation, if you will be complete nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'll look at it and I'll be like, okay, so let's look at these grammar pieces
Yeah.
and then put those in there and then see if I can make a little more sense out of it. And then I kind of go over it until I get something that's really smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to, if it's like a really hard thing that you're translating, you're going to have to go over it a couple times to get the correct translation.
Yeah, that's when you're translating from Korean to English, maybe
Yes.
as your native language. But when you're translating from English to Korean, sometimes you might not come up with, you might not be able to think of the correct word for the occasion.
Right.
So, and that can be because you're too fixated on translating that specific word.
Exactly. Yeah,
Sometimes you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like sometimes things work so differently that you didn't even have to use those words.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you could have just said something completely different to serve the same purpose.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
maybe you are blocked in this way, maybe go around it. and
Right,
just
exactly.
think about the situation. What would I say using the grammar blocks I know?
Yes.
What would I say, using my knowledge?
Yeah.
So-
Because some things don't have direct translations.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of times people who translate, in person, like, what is it? 통역.
Yeah.
I forget the English word now. Is it just
Translators.
translator?
Yeah.
We don't have a separate word? I forgot.
Interpreters.
Yeah, we call them interpreters. The
Yeah.
reason that we call them interpreters is because they literally interpret things
Yeah.
because it's not necessarily a literal
True.
translation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless your job is to actually literally translate everything word for word.
Which I don't think is
Yeah.
usually the case.
Usually you don't have to, unless it's political
Or like a dictionary.
or a contractual thing.
Mhm.
But yeah. Okay, and then, all right, just a couple more questions before we have to go.
It's already that time?
Yes, we've already been live for about 40 minutes already. Wow.
Goodness.
Okay. Star Lexi says, "Oh, I didn't know that this was live." Yes, it is live.
Yes.
Also, a lot of really detailed questions. We can actually see these questions after the live session is over, so we will also try to look for some really good ones that we couldn't answer in this video, and then we'll try to answer it in a separate video. And
This is one of those questions I wonder if we should answer in another video or not, but I'm kind of like
always.
I wanna go over this one.
Okay, let's do it.
You Ninja
Uh-huh.
Austria asks,
Okay.
how do you say just ignore the haters
I
or
was-
haters gonna hate?
Actually looking at this one as well.
You're looking at it.
So just ignore the haters. Haters gonna hate. Maybe, again, not translating this literally.
yeah.
Something that most people would say is 악플. So 악플 is malignant comments, like I guess trolling.
Yeah.
Trolling comments. So 악플. 악 is evil. 풀 from replies. 악플, Konglish word. 악플은 신경 쓰지 마세요.
Right.
악플은 신경 쓰지 마세요. Do not care about the 악플s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bad comments, the trollers.
Yeah. I would say that.
Mm,
Haters,
yeah.
haters gonna hate.
What's something you would say for haters gonna hate?
I don't think people say that in
yeah,
Korean.
we don't really have anything like that in Korean.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like just ignore them. 그냥 무시해.
Yeah, 그냥 무시. Yeah.
그냥 무시해.
그냥 무시하세요.
Right.
그냥 무시하세요.
Just ignore them.
Okay. And Jessica says, 축하합니다. Congratulations on the birth of your new son, 선생님. Thank you.
He's so cute.
Thank you. My second son is 10 days old now. 10 days old. It's so weird to say that. 10 days old.
But he already has like a head of hair for like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, that comes from me. Look at my hair.
You've got a lot of hair.
I think I read somewhere the average human being has about 100,000 hairs on their head. But I think I have about 150,000. And my first son also has a full head of hair. And our second boy also. So, yeah.
Oh, I just saw a question for me, but it went by so fast. Where did it go?
We got a comment from Donald J. Trump, but I won't read it.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
It was automatically actually put on held for review by YouTube.
Oh.
So, wow.
Uh-oh.
All right. And why do I find... Okay, MON asks, why do I find Busan 사투리 easier to pronounce? I mean, like the vocalization and sounds come easier to me than regular Korean sounds. I think because there's more rhythm in Busan dialect.
Right.
I think. Yeah. Maybe that's why. Because sometimes Seoul people can sound a little bit monotonous.
Oh yeah,
like
very
that.
straight.
Yeah. But then people in Busan, especially girls, they talk with a lot of ups and downs.
Oppaya!
Yeah, you do it well. So, and maybe those things can make it easier for you to understand different chunks of words and sounds.
Yeah.
Okay. How about two more questions?
Yes. Damon Blakely asks, Hyunwoo and Cassie, would you be able to help me figure out a better way to break the language barrier between my fiance and myself? So I'm assuming your fiance is Korean. I would say both of you need to be dedicated to learning each other's languages.
Yes.
If you want to break that barrier.
I have many international couple friends, and I see it all the time. After a little while, they resort to using whatever is the strongest language between the two of them.
Right.
And if it's English, Korean gets ignored for a decade.
Yeah.
If it's Korean, the other person's English doesn't improve as much.
Right.
So it has to be a conscious effort. Like it doesn't happen naturally.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, if you think, okay, I can live in a country and absorb the language, but if I live with someone, maybe I can actually absorb everything.
No,
it doesn't happen like that.
Not work.
So I've seen people who have been married for 10 years, 20 years, and one person's Korean or English is superb. They absorbed it because they decided it was their main language, but the other language is not. So you have to make an active effort.
Exactly. Both of you need to.
Yeah, but for example, if your fiance's English is not very good, or if your Korean is not very good, both of you have an opportunity to really, really work toward the goal of understanding each other.
Right.
So it can be a little bit of a competition.
Yeah.
Who can make, their language the main language in their relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it fun.
Yeah, and I think it applies to friendship too.
Right.
So I think when I'm speaking to you in private, it's half Korean, half English, because your Korean is so good.
Yeah. It's kind of half and half.
Yeah, but when I speak to other friends whose Korean is really good, I also sometimes just resort to speaking English all the time because they feel like they lack some vocabulary words. So they're like, why not just speak English from the beginning?
Yeah.
Why bother mixing two languages? So it happens between friends, it happens between couples. So work hard, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and we got a lot of other questions as well, but we gotta go. We have, like I said, some guests coming, so I gotta go meet them outside. But we will actually keep you posted on our upcoming meetup.
Yes.
It will be in October,
Yes.
realistically in the 3rd or 4th week of
Yes.
October, because we have the long Chuseok
Long
holidays.
holiday.
What are you gonna do?
I am thinking about going bike camping.
Oh,
Yeah.
around Korea or around Seoul?
Like south of Seoul. Just
Okay.
to see how far I can go.
South of Seoul. Don't follow me.
Are you going south of Seoul?
Yes. No, don't south of. I'm going south of Korea. Okay.
All the way south. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
you can't go there on a bike. Anyway.
Is that a challenge?
No.
Let's see.
Have a great Chuseok. So there won't be a live Q&A session next week.
Yeah,
We
there will
will
not.
come back with another one in 2 weeks.
Hopefully.
And you will see some videos, occasional video updates on our channel as well. So please
Yes.
stay subscribed and please spread the word about us. And thank you for joining today's session.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.